Hello and welcome back. Yes, my name is Joe and welcome to our family quiz show. And this is a quiz we have every day and every evening. Every day if you're on YouTube, and we repeat it on Facebook in the evenings. And here are the questions for the 23rd of the 7th, 2020, which is a Thursday. And today's quiz is all about inventions. 10 questions to guess or answer, and we'll see how you do. Inventions. Question 1. Isaac Pitman invented what kind of writing system? Isaac Pitman invented what kind of writing system? Question 2. Which ancient civilization is credited with the invention of concrete? Which ancient civilization is credited with the invention of concrete? Question 3. Who invented the first sound recording machine, the phonograph? Who invented the phonograph? Which was the first sound recording machine? Question 4. Which children's doll was invented by Ruth Handler in 1959? Ruth Handler invented a children's doll in 1959. What was it called? Question 5. A multi-plane camera developed by Walt Disney from the earlier ideas is used in productions of which kind of movie? What kind of movie does Walt Disney do, basically? Question 6. The production of what material was revolutionised by the Bessemer process? B-E-S-S-E-M-E-R. The Bessemer process. What kind of material was revolutionised by the Bessemer process? Question 7. Willis Havillard Carrier invented what system in 1902? Willis Havillard, H-A-V-I-L-A-N-D, Havilland Carrier, C-A-R-R-I-E-R, invented what system in 1902? That's Havilland Carrier. He invented a system in 1902. What was it? In the 1670s, Hennig Brand's experiment discovered which chemical element? In the 1670s, Hennig Brand's experiment discovered which kind of chemical element? Try saying that when you're sober. Question 9. What was Thomas Typhoid's aid to humanity by way of his 1885 invention? What was Thomas Typhoid's aid to humanity by way of his 1885 invention? And question 10. Kirkpatrick Macmillan is credited with the invention of which transport device? Kirkpatrick Macmillan is credited with the invention of which transport device? Now I hope one of you out there is going to get that particular question correct. Okay, those were your 10 questions. Some of them were hard, some of them weren't too hard, and I hope I pronounced the words correctly. And now it's time for our answers from yesterday's quiz. Here we go. Okay, here we go with our yesterday's quiz, and it's who had a hit with the song. Okay, question 1. Who had a hit with the song I'm Sorry? You had a choice of the Everly Brothers, Ray Charles, Connie Francis and Brenda Lee, but the answer was Brenda Lee. Question 2. Who had a hit with this song? New Orleans. The choices were Bobby Darin, Gary U.S. Bonds, Bobby Rydell and Johnny Preston. The answer was Gary U.S. Bonds. Running Bear was a hit for who? The Everly Brothers, Bobby Darin, Fats Domino or Johnny Preston? The answer was Johnny Preston. Question 4. Who had a hit with this song? Why? Because I asked. Who had a hit with this song? Why? Was it Brian Hyland, Ray Peterson, the Shirelles or Frankie Avalon? And the answer was Frankie Avalon. And question 5. Who had a hit with this song? My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own. Was it Johnny Preston, Bobby Darin, Roy Orbison or Connie Francis? The answer was Connie Francis. And now to the 70s questions, or answers should I say, 5 of them. Who had a hit with this song? The Long and Winding Road. Yes, of course. It was not John and Yoko and the Plastic Ono Band. It was not Mungo Jerry, and it was not Creedence Clearwater Revival. It was the Beatles. The Beatles had a hit with that song. Who had a hit with I'll Be There? Was it the Beatles, Edwin Starr, Three Dog Night, or the Jackson 5? The answer was the Jackson 5. Question 8. Get Up, I Feel Like a Sex Machine was a hit for George Harrison, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, or James Brown? I think the obvious choice there was James Brown, which was the correct answer. Question 9. Who had a hit with Little Green Bag? Was it Simon and Garfunkel, the George Baker Selection, Edwin Starr, or the Guess Who? It was the George Baker Selection. They had a hit with Little Green Bag. And last but not least, In the Summertime, who had a hit with that? Was it the Beatles, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, the Carpenters, or Mungo Jerry? Well, the answer was Mungo Jerry, of course it was. Okay, those were your answers from yesterday's quiz. You can get along now and try out the quiz from today, and we'll give you the answers tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy them. Bye.